Business is War, Part 2.
Take effing action, put it together, and subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
In the United States, people have observed that military veterans, people that come back to the US after the war, let's say the Vietnam War or the Iraq War or the Afghanistan War, once they return from war and they go back to civilian life, and they go into business, they find out a lot of those veterans become very successful in business. And this has made a lot of people start to think why that is. Why people with a military background succeed in business more than any other people. So I'm going to give you my analysis of why I think military veterans succeed in business. All right? There are many different factors and many different reasons. I'm going to narrow down to a few. One, military people have discipline. So when you go into the military, they make you work hard. They make you wake up at early in the morning, 5 o'clock. They make you do this and make you do that. They make you make your own bed. They make you clean the toilet. They make you do everything. It's very routine, right? They train you to do this at 9 o'clock, do this at 10 o'clock, do this at 11 o'clock. You gotta go run 6 laps. You gotta go do 70 push-ups, whatever, right? Very disciplined, very routine. So military people have the discipline already instilled in their personal life. And in business, you really need a lot of discipline, right? You need to call the customer, you need to stay up late at night, you need to complete your work, you gotta answer all your emails before you go to sleep, you need a lot of discipline. You gotta wake up early in the morning if you want to play the game, right? You cannot run a business and you go to the office at 11 o'clock. That just doesn't work. And if you do that, your business is gonna fucking die. And second thing is, I believe that military veterans, it's easier for them to make decisions. The reason for that is because, you go through wars, you see people die, right? You see people die around you. And the decision you make in war, the decision you make in the military can cause people to live or die. Those are critical decisions. And when you go back to civilian life, those decisions in civilian life are not as critical. The decision you make in business, the decision you make in civilian life will not cause people to die. So it's easier for people with a military background to make decisions because they know whatever they decide, nobody's gonna die. It's not like the military. It's easier for them to make decisions. They don't get stuck in this analysis paralysis loop, right? They don't get stuck with, I don't know what to do. Should I do this? Should I do that? Let's do more research. Let's do more analysis. They don't get stuck with that. They say, let's just do it like this. They just say, let's do it like that. Because they know whatever the decision they make will not cause the world to end and it will not cause people to die. So it's much easier for them to make decisions quickly. Number 3 reason why military veterans succeed in business is because they don't do analysis paralysis, right? They don't go into this big plan, big research for an eternity before they do something. Because in the military, when you are fighting a war, there is no fucking planning. There's a little bit of planning because no plan in a war works. You know why? Because let's say you're fighting a war. I'm gonna take over this city. I'm gonna take over this village, and then I'm gonna cross the river here, and then the enemy is also responding to you, right? The enemy is also taking their own fucking actions. So whatever plan you have, they have a counter plan, right? So you need to constantly adjust your plan because you cannot just have a plan and follow that single plan because the enemy is also changing their plans. So you have a plan, you're gonna take over this village, but they put all their armies there, you can't take it over, so you need to adjust, right? It's the same with business. You want to launch a product, you want to launch a service, you have competitors, they are also trying to win the market, and they're doing different things, they have different marketing messages, and they're going after different target segments compared against you. And they're also responding to you. So you need to adjust your plan. If you don't adjust your plan, your competitors is going to have an advantage over you because they can change faster. So war and business actually very similar. The only difference is that in war people die, in business people don't die. You need to constantly adjust your plan if you want to succeed. And in the military, they teach you this thing called OODA loop. So OODA, which stands for observe, orient, decide, act. They don't teach you to have this big, massive research plan. They teach you to observe, orient, decide, and act. And you're constantly in this loop. And in the military, they teach you to be in this loop all the time. You should go through this loop as fast as you can, right? So observe, meaning you're looking around, you're seeing what's happening around you. What is the situation? What's the environment? What is the competitor doing? What's the enemy doing, right? Orient, now prepare yourself. Orient, and then decide, make a decision, and then take the fucking action. Act, OODA. The whole idea behind this is make decisions quickly. Look around you, see the situation, make a decision, and take the fucking action. Because in a war, you don't have the luxury of just, I don't want to make this decision today, I'll make it tomorrow. You don't have that luxury. Because when you delay your decisions, people fucking die. So military people have this understanding of OODA loop. This is why military veterans succeed. I should pull a list of successful entrepreneurs that used to be military veterans. I should pull a list like that and show you. But you can research this yourself as well. There's a lot of very successful business people in North America that are military veterans, and because they are infused with this type of training. Number four reason why military veterans are successful in business is because they understand it's always mission first and people always. This is actually a slogan of the US military. Mission first and people always. All right? What does that mean? It means the mission is always first. People are important, but mission is always first. Right? Because you're in a war, right? People are gonna die left and right of you. Let's say you are a squad leader, all right? You're in the front lines, you're a squad leader, you have 5-6 men around you, and you're going into the enemy territory. Chances are some of your team are going to die, right? And you are the squad leader. You decide what to do. And if you focus more about let's keep everybody alive, then you cannot make the best decision for the mission, for the team, right? If you just want to keep everybody alive, what happens is that you will lose the war, right? In order to win a war, you have to make sacrifices. That means some people are going to die. Some people are going to make the sacrifices. And when you can do that, you're going to win the war. If you only care about the people around you, you want to keep them safe, you want to keep them alive, you want to make them comfortable, then you're gonna lose the war. If you wanna make your employees comfortable, you wanna make them happy, you're gonna lose your fucking business. It's always about the mission first. Accomplish your mission. Your people should be with you to accomplish the mission. Your people should be willing to go into the battlefield, into the gunfire with you. And when that happens, then you have a successful business team. When that happens in war, then you have a successful military squad, right? And you're gonna win the war and you're gonna dominate the market. War and business have so many things in common. And one of these days, I'm gonna pull up the Art of War, the Chinese book Art of War. I'm gonna start talking about how those things can be applied in business. And I think those things will actually benefit you tremendously if you're running a business, if you're an entrepreneur. It's not an easy to read book, so I will actually break it down for you, make it easy to understand. But in order for that to happen, I think I need 5,000 subscribers, right? Congratulations, thanks to you guys. We're now at almost 1,300 subscribers. We're growing like weed. We grow so fast. 5,000 subscribers should be easily done in the next 2-3 weeks. 5,000 subscribers, I will start teaching you about the art of war and how it applies to business. I will tell you stories. I will make it really easy to understand. Business is war. No doubt about it. And if you treat business like happy, happy family joy time, then you're gonna fail. Treat business like it's a war. You're there to dominate the market. You're there to destroy your competitors. And when you do that, you're gonna find success. Don't be a fucktard and take fucking action.